Hundreds of students in Trinidad and Tobago on suicide watch. And in sport, rising test star Roston Chase looks to make his mark in the ODI series against Pakistan. That's Afghanistan, sorry. I'm Ricardo Roberts and this is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, June 8th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
If you like dancing and whining and fretting till the morning, if you like drinking, masquerading, live music always playing, if you like islands of blue seas where people always smiling, if you like street jams and bandstands where people will be jamming, don't you miss this time, no. This Culturama 43, our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no. This Culturama 43.
Are you ready? Are you ready now? Hey! Saint Kitts! Are you ready? Yeah! Saint Kitts on Nevis Wagwan! Hey! Tell me now, are you ready for some rockers music?
Hundreds of school children in Trinidad and Tobago are on suicide watch. That startling estimate by the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, was revealed to the Joint Select Committee of Parliament, which sat to look at the state of mental health in TNT.
Currently, over 400 students on suicide watch across our primary and secondary schools.
With approximately 200,000 students in the education system, that's 1 in every 500 students. And that's not the only startling fact. Some of these children are as young as 7. Dr. Khadija Khan described the problem as critical, but says no one is identifying and tracking these children to ensure they get the required help.
The problem is great. So suicide is a public health crisis in the country, and it's extending to our very young and our very vulnerable students as well.
Her professional opinion is that the education system itself may be a stressor.
I think the stressful nature of the SEA exam and the current nature of schooling in Trinidad, where people feel if you don't pass for a certain school, your academic trajectory is dismal, puts a lot of pressure on children and parents.
But available services at 2 public facilities are burdened. And as a result, she says, waiting times may be as long as 6 months.
With respect to counseling, I would say I am at pains to think about where a child in need can get those services in the public sector.
That report from CNC3's Avashi Tiwari Rupnarain. The Jamaica Fire Brigade says an investigation is underway following a fire that destroyed a section of the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center yesterday. Police say the fire started in a section of the facility that houses 18 inmates categorized as mentally challenged. The inmates were not injured, but chairman of the Jamaica Federation of Corrections, Arlington Turner, says 2 correctional officers were injured as they tried to get the fire under control before the fire brigade arrived. The Ministry of National Security in a release said their injuries were not considered life-threatening. The inmates in the affected area have since been relocated to another section of the facility. The Tower Street Adult Correction Center houses approximately 1,500 prisoners, including several high-profile inmates such as popular dancehall entertainer Vybz Kartel. Barbados' Prime Minister Freundel Stuart has called on the regional security forces to continue working to boost their disaster management capabilities. Stuart was addressing the start of Exercise Trade Winds, the annual multinational military and disaster management exercise. He said in addition to new and emerging security threats, the Caribbean also remains vulnerable to natural disasters and the effects of climate change.
History, recent and not so recent, is replete with examples of Caribbean member states severely impacted by weather systems and earthquakes. The devastating effects of these powerful natural phenomena are rendered the more severe in those instances where our countries are unprepared and where our regional response systems are found wanting. As such, trade winds should be seen as a means of protecting our economies and indeed our unique way of life. As a region, therefore, we can ill afford not to be prepared to confront the multidimensional threat of transnational organized crime, the possibility of terrorist activity by radicalized persons in our region, and the increasing incidence of environmental hazards.
Stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Grow your business or promote your event through the services offered by the Caribbean Media Corporation and CaribVision. Our distribution provides a platform on cable, terrestrial television, and websites. We cover carnivals and events from across the region. We can bring your event live and alive to the world. For music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
Welcome back. It's now time for sport. Rising Test star Roston Chase says he won't take his form in the recent Pakistan series for granted as he looks to make his mark in the one-day international series against Afghanistan starting on Friday. The right-handed Chase is the only uncapped player in the 13-man squad named for the three-match series scheduled for the Darren Sammy National Stadium. And he was called up on the virtue of his heaving scoring in the recent three-test series in the Caribbean. But the Barbadian said he was under no illusions that his form in the longer format would automatically translate into ODI.
Confident coming in, having that series against Pakistan, but this is a different format, so I can't really take that for granted. I now have to really find my feet and work out what are the do's and don'ts at this level.
Chase, who averages only 25 in List A cricket, says he did not intend to make major changes to his approach to batting in the one-day format.
I think the main thing to focus on is not really changing my game too much because it's one-day cricket, not thinking about just mainly fours and sixes, but just rotating the straight as I usually do and playing away the bad balls, and I think that's the main thing for me. I'll just be looking to rotate the straight as much as possible, and when the bad ball comes along, put it away. But if the team requires me to play a different role, I'm more than happy to play the role that the team requires me to do at that point in time.
West Indies women captain Stephanie Taylor showed early glimpses of form, but the Caribbean side lost a warm-up match to a strong England women 11 yesterday. The game was part of the Caribbean side's ongoing preparation camp before the ICC Women's World Cup bowls off from June 24 to July 23, and we'll hear more about that match in our major newscast at 6:30. Join us again. I'm Ricardo Roberts. Good afternoon.